Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video. We got the Hobgoblin comic coming to Veve. This is great. This comic brings back a ton of memories for me. As an 80s kid, I used to love reading the Hobgoblin and the Amazing Spider-Man and the Web of Spider-Man and other of the series of that time. And this is his first appearance. Now, normally, I would be like really excited about this comic, but I'm actually really stoked about it now because it is now a super limited release. So I'm going to give you some thoughts on that and a bit of a price prediction, although it's really hard to tell what people are going to think of this. I know what I value it, but we'll see what the Veve community does. And let's get into it here. This is the article right here. It's on Medium. And so I posted the link to it in the description of this video. If you want to go read it yourself, and you totally should. We got the 5 covers right here. It's coming on Tuesday, October the 18th. And like I said, it is super limited, right? And this is fully readable, of course, like all the comics. But look at these covers right here. They are awesome. I'll get into each one in just a second, but let's just scroll down here a little bit. Okay, the first appearance of the Hobgoblin. So he comes after the Green Goblin, and he's a really amazing character in Spider-Man history. He keeps coming back in all sorts of different variations, and he's more vicious than the Green Goblin in a lot of ways. And it's a great comic, okay? And in the first issue, it's quite crazy because, you know, he tries to go after Spider-Man, but he needs to get his gear in better shape and condition. So it's really quite cool because he's trying to get the Green Goblin's gear, and it's a really awesome read just for a comic book for comic book people. So like I said, 10,000 editions on a super limited. You got the classic common cover at 6,000, which is great. 2250 for the uncommon, 1,000 for the hero, same thing, 500 for the ultra rare, which is basically like a secret rare, and then the 250 on the secret rare, which actually we know is actually not 250. They withhold some, so we're actually looking at about 190 or so, or I think no, 210 maybe. Well, anyway, there's way less than 250 available. So here is the cover right here, the common cover, the original. Look at that, he's tearing Peter Parker's suit apart. I absolutely love it. And then we got the uncommon, very similar here again, just a different color variant, but it looks great in this one because the Hobgoblin is the one who's colored. Then look at the art right here. This is great. This is the rare, and look at the beautiful art right here. I love how they did this. The comic actually looks old. So the artist that they got to do this, and I'll explain who that is in just a second. The artist that got to do this actually drew it in that kind of original style, which is really good. Sometimes the art is really different from the original comic, but this art actually really works well with that old school style. And you got the old school Spider-Man logo up in the corner, which is really cool too. And then the secret rare is totally badass. This one is perfect. He's right in front. Look at his face. It's really great. I absolutely love this, right? Now, the exclusive covers are the rare and the ultra rare by Will Sliney and Rachel again. And so we can see that those two have really contributed a lot to Veve. And this is great. So my price predictions on this one, let's start with the common. I think it's going to go between like 6 to 8 gems initially on day one. There's going to be some under retail opportunities on this one, but it's probably going to get up to around 9 or so on day one, 8 to 9. It'll probably settle in there, but initially you will see some chances to get some ones under retail really briefly though. I think probably 8 to 9 on this one because it is a super limited. Uncommon is probably going to be right close to about the same price, maybe just a smidge under because everyone likes the common covers these days. Now the rare is probably going to go for about, you know, maybe 15 or so, 15 to 18, somewhere in that range at the moment. The ultra rare will probably pop up closer to like about 40 or 45, could get up to 50 or 60. We'll see what happens. Just we're talking initially here, everybody, right? You know, like because people, there's not a ton of buying power in Veve right now. So, you know, it's really going to be interesting to see how this goes, but it could get to 40 to 50 right off the bat. So that's really cool. You know, there's only 500 of them. I mean, I think this one will reach 100 or so, you know, in due time, but maybe right away, you might be able to get it for 40 to 50. And the secret rare, I think this one's going to go for about 250 or so when the dust settles. It could actually go up over 300 day one, like initially with the instant, you know, but because there's only 250 of them, it's quite scarce. So if I look at Spider-Man 42, which is, you know, the first appearance of Mary Jane, that one is now under 200. So I think this one will be around 250 to 300, somewhere in that range This is my best guess. So that's all it is a guess, you guys. You do your own research. We'll see what happens. This one will be worth more than the Mary Jane comic that just came out, but that one's also super limited. So I'm trying to base it on that. He's a more popular character than Mary Jane. The cover is cooler, so people will probably gravitate more towards it. And like I said, that Mary Jane, that was up around 300 or so. It came all the way down to under 200 now. And I think this one will settle in around 250, somewhere in that range. Could be higher. It should be higher. I'm just talking about right now. So you can let me know what you think about those prices. And if you're going to be going for this, this is a great comic. Brings back a ton of memories. And if you're a Drop Heads owner and you have my NFT project, we're going to be giving away a couple of Hobgoblin comics this week in my comic rewards that actually, are going because of the Hobgoblin drop. This one right here is a great one. We're going to give this one out on my channel, so if you're a Drop Head holder, stay tuned and check the Discord for those giveaways. It's going to be super fun. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Good luck on the drop. It's going to be tough. It's 10K. Happy collecting.